seconds. Otherwise, you might have like an overly large bladder.
What the fuck?
You're starting the
Dude, now
stream.
that we were talking about the
Oh,
fucking, oh, you motherfucker, Brian.
No, I'm good.
You
Thanks.
gotta log in and shit. You fuck.
um,
Well, you can
when
laugh at me if you want to, but I am mad. If anybody hurts any of my boys, it pisses me off.
you know this is all on the stream right now, so just
You're,
FYI.
you're you're being streamed, by the way.
I don't give a shit. I ain't afraid of who I am. I done threatened that little bitch that one night at Whataburger. Told her I'd put her through the plate glass window if she didn't leave your ass alone. You think I ain't gonna do the same for Don or for any of them?
She's scarier than Albert Weston.
Tell her that bitch's at. I'll find a window to put her through.
Straight fucking
I'm
up.
gonna go eat my chocolate.
Okay.
Let's
That good
just
call,
bring Tracy in to torture Richard Granger.
dog.
When we last joined our anti-heroes, they were at an old abandoned warehouse with their target that they'd been hired to recover a debt from. The debt was $20,000, and the man's name was Richard Granger. They also had his partner, whose name was Howie Lombard. When we last left off, Sean, aka Albert Weston, had Richard Ranger in his car. They were going to go get the $20,000, supposedly, allegedly. And Howie, poor Howie Lombard, he got left at the warehouse tied to a chair with Jimmy Tulip, a.k.a. Tim. All right. I think we'll start with Richard and Albert in the car.
So, I had made sure that my gun was at the ready, but not accessible to the tied up big boy next to me.
He's in the passenger
it's like-
seat.
Yeah. So, where are we going?
We just gotta swing by my house real quick, grab a shovel.
Oh, I got a shovel. So, where are we going?
Then we're gonna have to go by my house real quick and grab a map.
I got a map. I open the I open the dash and pull out a map.
Well, thing is, this map that I had in mind was marked. You know, kind of like a pirate's treasure map or some shit.
Is there? Let me see. Is there a version of Insight or doesn't
There's, I mean,
look like
maybe Street Smarts might be the best, or Perception.
perception? Okay, I'm gonna roll me then a perception against this shit that falls forth from his mouth. That's gonna be a 3.
Versus. I thought there was a deception on here somewhere. Now
There is. It's the third skill.
Oh. Charisma. You absolutely know that he's just trying to get you to go to his house. You're pretty positive.
Dick, look at me.
What?
We can either go where we need to go. And don't bullshit me. We can go where we need to go. Or I can go put you back in the chair. And we start all of this over again. We're not going to your house, Dick. I'm not stupid.
He's gonna just sit in silence for a little while, and then he's gonna heave a sigh and tell you to head out in interstate.
Okay, I'll go out onto the interstate.
It'll probably take you about 10 minutes to get there, so we'll just jump to Jimmy Tulip right now, unless you have anything else you want to ask him right in the moment.
No, I think he probably prod him for more information about where they're going, but unless it's actually important to the progression of things.
Okay. He's gonna tell you some things, but we're gonna find out how that unfolds. So, Jimmy Tulip, you've got this guy Howie in the chair, and Howie. I actually don't remember what Howie's voice sounds like, so I'm gonna make up a new one. He sounds like this. He says,
He sounded like he was in pain.
"What the hell? What the hell are you gonna do to me?"
Probably kill you, to be honest.
What the hell? You said we could go. You said he'd give
Oh
you the
yeah,
money.
that's definitely some bullshit. You got to tell people shit like that because I'm definitely falling into your accent, and that is not how Jimmy Tulip talks.
I didn't
But
make him.
anywho,
I didn't mean to make this guy a Texan as well. So I'll try to bail out of the accent too. I
Oh God, Richard, just give him the money, please. I think that was kind of it.
That was not anything. That was just wailing. You can't have an accent like that. It was a. Listen, I didn't have it. I didn't have any part of this. I was just working with this
problem
guy.
that we have now, though, you're a witness, you're because your buddy's definitely gonna die. Like Richard is a fucking psycho. I don't know if you fucking noticed, but he kind of scares the shit out of me. But he's all right.
My name is Albert.
Oh yeah, Albert. But yeah, Albert scares the shit out of me.
Listen, you just let me go. Let me go on my way, and I won't say a thing. I swear. I don't even care about the guy. Like, you could do whatever the fuck you want to this guy, and I ain't gonna say a thing because I don't give a shit. All I want to do is just walk out of here, and I won't tell a soul.
Like, here's the problem, pal. Like, you are starting to make me feel bad, and that's like a problem, and I know that Albert is gonna have a problem with that. And so now I'm feeling like I should probably just shoot you now. And so maybe you can just be quiet. What do you think? You think you can be quiet? You know what I mean? Like I don't think this is a productive conversation, and you know what I mean? Like we're both kind of in shit situations right now. I guess it never really occurred to me. Yeah, oh fuck.
So wait. What you're telling me is, I could shut up now, and you's gonna kill me when your pal gets back, or I can keep talking and you's kill me right now.
I don't fucking know, pal. Like you fucking saw him? He cut off your fucking finger.
And you wrapped that up, right?
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
bleeding. It's not bleeding. Okay, I was trying to remember. Listen,
His
Like,
nub
don't
is
get me
well
wrong.
tended.
I was gonna punch you a couple times. Like I didn't think that, but like you cut off your fucking finger.
listen. He's got Richard. Richard's gonna take him to the money. I don't see any reason why you or I gotta be here when he gets back. What if he's gonna take your finger next, huh? You think he's your partner?
He's not a terrible guy. Like
He's a
you know,
fucking
you
psycho.
Just gotta fucking.
I seen guys like him. I've been in the business long enough. We got some in the on our side, and it's all right when it's against your enemies. But if they turn on you or if you
All right,
do anything
listen,
wrong.
Bubby, Bubba, Bubby, baby, Bubby. Hey, hey. I'm not gonna get any of that Swedish syndrome and that shit. You're not gonna pull one over on old Jimmy Tula. All right, so be quiet, or I'm gonna put the gag back on. You feel me?
I think he's making a big mistake. He's gonna regret this. I think that we should both walk out of here now.
Jimmy is going to put the gag back on
Okay.
this guy.
Albert, you start driving down this interstate headed out of the city, and after a while you're just out in farmlands and fields, and then kind of in maybe a sparsely wooded area, or I don't know what the landscape of New York is around the surrounding areas, but whatever it is, he's going to take you out in the boonies until you get into an empty field, and he's going to tell you to pull over.
I'll pull over.
All right, here's what we got to do. Let me see here. It's getting dark. It's kind of hard to see, but I think that's the tree right there. We go several paces, and I'm trying to remember exactly which direction. Can we get out of the car, take a look around?
Can I take a look around from the car and see if I see anything?
It's just really
From-
dark.
It's just really dark. So there's
You got
no
your
like
head-
nearby houses or anything like that.
It's an abandoned field. It's out in the middle of the boonies. You've got
Okay.
your car headlights. Do you have anything in your car? You don't have a flashlight or anything?
This is almost the 80s. I think he'd probably have one of those kind of shitty like big box flashlights.
Okay. I know we're just kind of pulling it out of our ass, but people carry stuff in their car for emergencies, so that's cool.
Mhm.
He'll watch as you grab this flashlight, and he'll say, I don't know, man. I might have to see, what I'm looking at, in order to guide you. I don't know if I can do it from the car.
Who said you was staying in the car? And I opened the door.
You have his hands tied, is that right?
He's like barrel tied. He had to
Okay.
hop to the car.
Okay. Even his feet then?
Like he's got a little bit of locomotion, but like definitely like his upper legs are tied, so like he'd have to like hobble kind of.
Okay. Listen, I ain't trying to pull one over on yous. I just
Oh, just like you weren't trying to pull one over on me when we got in the car.
look. We're here. I've already accepted my fate. I'm gonna lose the money. There's nothing I can do about it. All I ask is that you free my legs up a bit. We got a ways to go here.
I'll lean over in front of him. Kind of. I said, get out of the car. Stand
He
up.
stands up.
Turn around.
Oh.
Face on the car.
Oh, take it easy.
No, I'm not pushing him around. I'm telling him.
Take it easy, officer. Yeah, okay. He'll just lean against the car.
I'll just hitch up the ropes a bit, making sure that they stay tight.
Yeah,
Giving him
so he has
some more movement. But
leg mobility.
yeah.
Okay. So he starts walking. You guys go through this old wooden fence, and he takes you to this big tree that you could see off in the short distance. And then he starts looking at the ground and looking out in the distance, and he says, "Well, it sure is dark out here. Does your flashlight reach out and over yonder?" I don't know. Your flashlight probably
I'll,
doesn't
like,
go very
point-
far.
Yeah, it probably like maybe has like a halfway decent range of like 20, 30 feet, maybe.
I'm gonna have to take a little bit of a guess here. I think it's out this way. We'll know as soon as we get out there if we see the old barn. But it's just, damn it, why'd it have to be a new moon tonight? He's gonna start making his way out into the darkness.
Okay.
Do you guys go for about maybe 60 yards before you can kind of make out the silhouette of a barn against this dark sky? And as you get closer, your light can finally hit the side of it. And this thing is not, it's old barn, like it's caving in level of old. And he says, now, once we get to this barn, we got to go out the front and just walk a straight line until we reach a special kind of tree. I'll know it when I see it, and that's where the money's buried. But I don't know. When I buried it, I had a quite a bit of time to get pretty deep. So, I mean, how much time you got? This is gonna be a bit of work.
I got time. And so do you.
All right.
And I do want to make another perception and see if he's continuing his bullshit with me.
Go for it.
That's going to be a 4.
You, at this point, you don't really have an idea of whether he's being dishonest or honest. It's getting a little hard to tell.
All right. I make sure that I have a good, nice grip on my gun, and I make sure he walks in front of me. I'll point the flashlight for him so he can see where he's walking.
Okay. So you guys are going to be trekking for a little while, so we'll jump back to Jimmy Tulip. And so this guy's gagged in his mouth until after a while he starts going,
Fart in his face,
He'll
Jim.
walk over and undo the thing and be like, yeah, what the fuck?
I hate to do this to you, man. I really do. But I got to take a leak so bad I can taste it. I'm a Texan again, damn it. I just got to take a leak so bad I can taste it.
You gotta piss your fucking pants, man. I'm sorry.
Come on, man. You wouldn't do this to a guy. I don't want to die that way.
I mean, I fucking feel you, but nah, I'm sorry.
Come on, man. Put yourself in my place. You want to piss your pants? You die in your own puddle of piss?
All right, here's a better idea, right? And he's gonna pull a fucking Quaalude out of his pocket, and he's gonna hold it out, and he's gonna go, "You're gonna do this Quaalude, and then you're not gonna mind pissing your pants. Here." And he's gonna try and put it in his mouth.
I can't remember what you said those do. It's a sleeping aid?
It's like no, it's not a sleeping aid. It's like a
Barbiturate.
antipsychotic barbiturate. It like
Oh.
enough of them make you super sleepy. This will probably just make him weird.
He's already had like 1 or 2 tonight, hasn't he? They were sleeping when they got
fucking
here.
OD him on.
I think
Yeah, they've had anywhere between 2 and 4 at this point, minimum.
I'm going to roll for this one. No, man. You can't do that to me. I can't take that. I gotta be awake for this. This is the last bit of time that I have here. I gotta be awake for it.
All right. Well, piss your pants when you can't hold it anymore, then I guess.
You son of a bitch. Okay, so Richard Granger leads you down this trail, and after what feels like at least 20 minutes of walking, the area starts to get a little bit more tree filled, and they're kind of all around you. You're walking through them, and he finally gets to one, and he starts examining it, and he says, "Can you shine your light over here?"
I'll shine my light over there, and I make sure, like, generally speaking, that I don't just level off the light at any given point. I'm always pointing it kind of at the ground.
Okay. Let me see here. He looks it up and down, and he says, "Haven't been here in a while, but here it is." He points to a weird marking on the tree. It's just a texture thing, but it's odd enough that it stands out from the rest. And he says, "This is the guy that the money should be buried right beneath us."
All right. Start digging.
I'm a little tied up at the moment.
You got a mouth.
Hey, man, how long you want to be here? 'Cause ain't no way I can dig this out without my hands. Listen, you got the gun. What am I gonna do with a damn shovel?
You gonna do Mama Tony proud and give me a whack? No. Uh, uh,
Nobody listening will get that joke.
no, it's fine.
And I'm not gonna
I'll
explain it to you, Steeson.
uh,
There's no context.
I'll
Here.
go ahead and I'll go behind him, and I'm going to just cut one piece of the rope where it'll, like, he'll be able to work himself out of it, but I'm not just going to completely untie him, and I'm gonna back away. I'm gonna have the gun and the flashlight,
Is it like
and I give him the shitty little like fucking road shovel that I have.
is it like his biceps? Does he have access to his forearms now?
Yeah, he'll be able to completely more or less get out of it at this point.
Oh, okay.
He just
But
has to work his way out.
All right. So if he tried any funny business, you'd probably see him.
I'm sorry?
For some reason, my thing's holding green. So if it's at the point where if he were gonna try any funny business, you would see him wiggling around or trying to do something.
Right. Like and I'm just putting enough space that if he tries and pulls some shit, I can just fucking kneecap him or something.
So he starts digging, and this soil is rough. Like it's not just hard, but it's rocky, and he's pulling out these fist-sized little rocks, and then after he gets down about a foot and a half, he starts pulling out some maybe like
I know that pain.
yeah. So do
I've dug in dirt like that.
we live around dirt like that. So the rocks keep getting bigger, and he's trying to heave them with his bound arms, and scrape them out with his shovel.
He can get out of the ropes completely.
Oh, okay.
Like the way I cut it is like, so it would loosen up, but it'd take him like a minute to get out of the ropes so that I could back off and
I see what you're saying. Okay, so he is
Sorry.
untied now. I got you.
Yes.
So yeah, he's heaving these rocks out and working at this dirt, and then he starts to think, and he scratches his head, and he goes, "Man, this is getting pretty deep. I could have sworn you were under that knot. Let me think about this a sec. We walked out.
An awful lot of rocks.
Well, I just trying to remember how deep I dug this. If I had that map back at the house, I would have known for sure."
Yeah, you'd also had my ass, which I ain't having.
All right, I'll dig a little deeper. So he keeps working at it. Um, Back at the warehouse, Howie starts to grumble again. Are you there, Tim?
Sorry. And he's grumbling again.
Yeah. Did you put the gag back in his mouth? I can't remember.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So he's.
Jimmy's just gonna ignore him.
Roll a perception.
All right. That's a natural one.
You can see a puddle forming under him, but it's not piss, it's blood.
He'll take off the gag. Well, fuck. The fuck is going on with you?
His eyes are wide, and he looks down at his hand, and his wrapping is gone off his finger, and it's like leaking profusely.
You trying to die or something?
I got the nervous fidgets. I got the nervous fidgets. I didn't even know I was doing it. I was just thinking about what time I had left. I was trying to come up with what I wanted to do. If there was anything I wanted to say, if I could get a message back to my mom, and then I looked down and.
All right, well, chill the fuck out because the more your heart's beating, the more you're gonna pump blood out, and Jimmy's gonna pull off like whatever he has to try and staunch the blood.
I left my kit with you.
Oh
and
yeah.
showed
So
you how
yeah,
to
he's
like
gonna
change
just
the
dress
shit.
the wound again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. As you are wrapping his finger back up, roll another perception.
Motherfucker. A 5.
Okay. You see something out of the corner of your eye, and you back up right as this guy's head comes flying down towards yours, and he misses just barely as you dodge out of the way, and then he kind of tips his. He was with such force that his whole chair tips over, and he kind of falls on his face, and he starts like groaning and crying, and he's like, "My fucking finger, man! It hurts so fucking bad. I can't."
Yeah, I'm gonna probably put the fucking gag back on you. Like, I understand you trying to take shots at me. Like, it makes sense. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not mad about it. But you're a fucking liability bleeding all over the fucking place here, and this shit is getting out of hand. But I I should wait until Albert gets here before I do anything. So I'm gonna. Albert said wait, so I'm gonna fucking wait.
At this point, as you start to gag his mouth, you notice that he's actually going a little pale.
I mean, Jimmy pretty much realizes that this dude might just die. Like,
Okay.
but Albert said wait and keep him tied up. You know what I mean? Like, try and.
All right. Albert, you hear a clunk. And every rock this dude has hit has gone ting, but this time it's a dull thud. And Richard stops, and he looks up at you, and then he kind of grins, and he goes, "Well, well, well." And he bends down, and he starts brushing dirt and kind of digging with his hands and scraping with just the end of his shovel, trying to unveil this thing. And then he starts digging around the sides and prying, and eventually he gets kind of the sides dug out enough that he can start to pull this thing out. And how far away are you from this hole?
The hole itself, I'd probably say I got like a gap about 3 feet from the edge.
Okay. So
How deep is the hole itself?
at
This
this
one-
point he's gone down like it's not a lot. This was hard digging, so he's gone down like 4 feet, 5 feet.
Okay. That's not
We'll say, and we'll call it even, call it 4.5. He's 4.5 feet down. This isn't a huge hole, but it's big enough for him to just get down and kind of hunker inside. I think even with the distance you are from the hole in the dark, I think you're having a hard time because he's bending over this thing. You're having a hard time seeing what he's handling. Yeah, this is it. I got it here. Roll a perception.
Dude, I was just about to say, do I feel the feelings of fuckery? Because I just realized there might be a gun in that box. 4.
You clearly, in the dark, quiet night, hear a click.
He's about to hear one too. As I cock my gun, it's already pointed at him. I was like, Dick, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Stand up nice and slow.
He pauses, and then he starts to raise up out of the hole, but you still can't see his hands down below him. There's just not enough room in this hole.
Now, Dick, let's not play games. I want you to show me your hands. If you enjoy having a socket for your shoulder to fit into.
All right. Do we have a dodge move?
It's I think it's just to hit with a bonus. Let me see. I think it might be to hit plus your fin again. Let me look. Let me find the rules again.
I'm
'Cause
just
I
like
think guns
I'm
is
just like
just to hit.
I'm making you my rules monkey now.
That's fair. Okay. Announcements. No, that's the character sheet. I'm trying to find the most updated rules just to make sure.
Could it be a finesse thing governing coordination and physical fitness? Finesse.
Because I think your finesse is already factored, but
Oh yeah, 2 hit is calculated
So-
by 5 plus fin.
I think it would, like, I think that might just be a thing that's arbitrated by you. Like, if we say we're gonna dodge, we plus 2 to our
So
to
it's
hit.
DM's call.
Like, yeah, I would think. I will be looking into it briefly, but ultimately, if this is gonna be a quick draw, it's gonna be a moxie roll first.
Okay. It is because you are both aware that each other has a gun.
Okay. That's my character sheet. Where's the rule?
I think Sean should probably get a small bonus at least, though, because his gun is pointed at dude.
Sure. Where is Moxie? Oh, there it is.
Okay, so.
Oh yeah,
let's
Moxie. I
go
forgot that's her initiative.
Let's see. Total contacts. Actions. Okay.
So why don't you roll your Moxie with advantage? Do you want to do that?
Sure.
I think you'd have advantage in this situation.
Oh my god. I rolled 8 on both, which will be. Hold on. That's not the final number, but it's still pretty garbage. That's it. It's gonna be 7. Jeez.
What's your fin?
-1.
Okay. So is that factored in? Did you factor that in?
Yeah, that was what brought it down to 7.
Oh, 7. Okay. Your anticipation was for this guy to suddenly raise up and point his gun at you, and you were ready for that. But as he was coming up out of this hole, he actually kind of just stuck his gun under his armpit and shot kind of blindly. So I'm going to give him disadvantage on this attack because he shot blind.
Okay.
But yeah, we're going to try to do this 2-hit.
All right. My to hit is 4.
Okay. I have to even remember how to play this game sometimes. What are we? Let's see. That's
He
damage.
rolls gunplay.
Oh, gunplay. Okay. Where did I put that? There it is. Gunplay. Finesse.
It's finesse if he's not trained.
All right. Well, that's not going to be
Hope he's
good.
no shooting Dixie.
His worst number was a 9, so that's not good. What's your?
Ah,
I assume your 2 hits better than that.
much better. Yeah, my to hit's a 4.
This guy blind shots, and you hear the bullet kind of whiz past your ear, and you can attack or whatever you're gonna do. He's
I'm going to make a called shot for his shoulder.
ooh, I like that. The gun, what you assume to be the gun shoulder.
Yeah. I've been messing around with this guy all night. Does he seem right or left-handed?
Right.
Okay, so I'm going for his right shoulder.
And based on the way he was leaning, from which you can figure from where the shot came from on his person, you're gonna guess right.
Okay. Oh my fucking god, that's a 6. Plus, minus, whatever.
Okay.
Whatever the called shot is, too. So
Oh, that's right. Called shot makes it harder.
That's it. Like, he'd have to have really shit fin for that to hit, and no armor.
As soon as he shoots you, you shoot, or he shoots at you. You shoot at him. He immediately drops. When he misses, he drops back down into the hole. And now I think we can just roll Moxie and just battle it out at this point. So he's undercover and you're out in the open. But if he pops his head up,
That's right. We roll Moxie every round. Oh.
he's got cover in this hole, but he's also fucking stuck in this hole. And there's not a lot of maneuverability.
Right. So,
I forgot
Roll
I forgot we rolled Moxie. So what did you get on your Moxie? You were
wait. I had 7 total. Is it just once, or do we roll it again each round?
I have no idea. I think it's just once. I think it's essentially initiative.
Max. Okay.
Yeah, it's just once.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna have him drop down to this hole. And then he's just gonna do another blind shot. He knows you're there. He knows he can blast him, so he's just gonna stick his arm out real quick and shoot. Where did you see called shots? Let me look up called shots real quick.
It doesn't have a specific thing. It's where called shots is second to last in combat actions. Players can attempt to attack in very specific ways, i.e. a headshot or shot.
DM
This
discretion.
results in a
Okay.
more difficult roll at GM discretion.
All right. This one is 100% blind. I'm actually going to do like some sort of triple disadvantage with a 10. Okay. He does not even come close to hitting you this time, and it's your turn.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take the flashlight and chuck it down in the hole, because like I figure like the light's going to disorient him a little bit, and it'll still light it up enough for me to see.
Interesting.
And step forward enough, get a view, and I'm gonna shoot at him. If I get like a clear enough view, I'll go for the shoulder again. If not, I'm just going for a general shot.
Okay.
Do you want me to make any rolls prior to
Yeah,
shooting?
roll a perception while you do this. Actually, here, let's do this. High or low?
High. High good, to specify.
Mm-hmm. You got it. You throw this flashlight down, and you can clearly see him hunkered down there, and you can see he's facing you, so his right shoulder is going to be on your left.
I am gonna take. Okay, so then when I shoot, I'm gonna take a step to the side after I do.
Okay. And remember, there's also a tree right next to this hole, so.
Right. I'm gonna try and not pin myself there. I'll rather keep open air behind me if I can.
Cool.
So here's my shot. That's a bit better. That's gonna be a 4 plus minus whatever. And since I do see him clearly, I'm going for the shoulder.
There is. Oh, there you go. Oh, 5. That's what it was. Okay. What did you roll?
4.
Yeah, you hit him. Okay, so this guy immediately drops his gun in the dirt, and he clutches his shoulder, and he goes, ah! And kind of loses his balance and falls backwards into the hole. And so he's just kind of, he's really gotten himself in a predicament, because in order to get back up on his feet, he would have to like use his arms to push himself back up. Because if you remember, he's kind of a rotund boy, and he's already lost one of his arms, so that would be difficult. I think you've got him pinned right now.
Dick. Why'd you go and do that?
It's not your money. It was meant for someone else. I could get in much
Right.
more trouble than this if I
It's
gave it
not
to you.
my money. But frankly, I don't give a fuck whose it is. I have a job to do. And this job, theoretically, pays quite well.
All right. Why don't you just take your damn money? Obviously, you care more about financial gain than you do people's lives.
You're alive, aren't you? I could have shot for your head.
All right. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I can get up with my busted arm. You're gonna have to get this money yourself.
All right. Here, I'll even help you up. And I'll go around. And I still, like, I'm going to offer him my left arm. So that if he does try some fucky shit, I can just load into him with my 45.
Okay.
But I'll try and help him out with his good arm.
He kind of reluctantly reaches up. The only way, well, I guess you're gonna have to try a strength check because this is kind of a heavy guy.
That's right.
So this is, I said 4.5 feet. How tall are you?
Kind of short, but not super short. He's 5'7". He's just below average.
It's gonna be a bit of a reach into this hole, and then I'm trying to think of how you're gonna get leverage to pull him up. Because if you do consider,
squat.
I guess.
I mean,
it feels like
this whole. Sorry.
It just feels like it'd be easy for him to use his weight to pull you in.
Oh, it absolutely would, but then he's got nowhere to run, and I have 4 more bullets, and he is unarmed.
I'm gonna roll for it.
Okay. Do you want me to roll a brawn, or are you rolling to see if he's going to be a dick or not?
Yeah, that.
Okay.
He accepts your hand up. I think he's too broken and nervous to try anything at this point. So he kind of gets stability again. If he was going to go for his gun, he would have to bend over at this point. So he's just standing at this edge of this hole, and you can see the box down at his feet. He says,
Is it open?
yep, he had to open it to get the gun. So the lid's off, and you can Well, you can't see much because you threw your flashlight in the hole.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
All right. There's your money.
All right. Why don't you take a sit down? After I pull it out, I'll go ahead and get your shoulder patched up before you start bleeding out.
You told him to get out of the hole?
Yeah.
All right. He's going to try and
Pull him out of
kind
the
of
hole.
he's going to kind of heave his way out, and then he's going to just go off a little distance, maybe
The
five.
tree right here looks like a nice chair. Why don't you sit down here?
Okay, he sits by the tree. So you take the shovel and you start finishing up the rest of this. Well, I guess you don't have to. You can just look at the contents inside. Do you want to just shine your light in there?
As soon as I get back down in, I'll pick up the flashlight, and the first thing I'm gonna do is look and see what he's doing.
He's just sitting there, kind of nursing his shoulder.
Okay. Now I'll close the case. I'll kick the gun back into it. I don't care if a little dirt gets in. That's fine. Close the case and climb out of the hole with it.
Okay. So, Jimmy Tulip, roll a perception.
Yeah.
Dead man sitting.
Right.
After you gagged this guy a second time, did you end up wrapping his finger, or did you
5.
just say fuck it?
Yeah, I fixed his finger.
You're sitting there, and this
Wow.
guy's just laying tied up on his chair on the floor at this point. You left him on the floor?
No, I would have stood him back up and gagged him and wrapped
Oh,
up
okay.
his finger and shit.
In that case, his head is hanging down. With a 5, you notice that something's off. And then as you think about it, you think you can't hear it. Earlier he was in a state, he was just like but now his head is hanging low and the room's pretty quiet.
He's gonna go over and check his pulse.
You go over and you which his hand or his neck?
His neck.
You put your finger under his chin, and you do feel a pulse. It's kind of slow, but when you do that, you notice his head kind of lolls to the side, and he's currently out cold, and his face is pretty pale at this point.
Yeah, well, I ain't no fucking doctor and I don't know what to fucking do, and so I guess until Albert gets here, this is what it is.
Could I make a meta intelligence suggestion?
All right, this is just a play test.
You kind of bleed with gravity a lot.
So Jimmy Tulip is a fucking idiot.
That's
And he
That's why
absolutely
I
would
said
not
intelligence
come up with that.
suggestion. All right.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't come up with that. Not in a million years.
Okay.
Better.
This dude's passed out. He's looking pretty sickly. Albert, you open up this, or you set this, you get this up with this box, and the guy's just sitting there. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna arrange myself so that I'm still generally pointed in his direction. I'm gonna open up the case and look inside.
Okay.
Of course, there's the gun. But...
Inside this box, you see a Mexican passport with this guy's, yeah, you assume it's this guy's, but it's not his name. It's a different name. You see a large bundle of cash and some extra bullets. I forgot. Have you been keeping track of ammunition out of curiosity?
Yes, I have.
okay.
I have 4 left in my gun and 6 extra shots.
Are you gonna leave his gun in the hole?
No, I kicked it into the case before I brought it up.
Oh, that's what you said. Okay.
Yeah.
So his gun's gonna have 5 inside since he fired one off, and so you see another case of another little bundle of 20 extra rounds.
Okay. And just as a recap, because sorry, Tracy came up and was talking, so I only half heard things. Okay, so I saw a Mexican passport.
Yep.
There were things for bullets.
Yep, and just a
I
bundle
missed
of
everything
cash. Just like a large wad of cash.
Is it like a circular wad or is it like a neat wad?
Circular.
Circular wad. Can I take a quick look at it and guesstimate if it's about 20 grand?
Yeah. Roll of something.
Perception?
Maybe, but you can. I mean, it's easy to look at. I feel like this would be some sort of either intelligence or investigation or the what else? Insight. Don't have insight.
I'd gladly take investigation. It's one better than my perception.
Investigation feels a little bit more than just a thought, though. It seems like you'd actually count it.
Yeah, like I would be trying to like flip through it quickly and see if it like has delineating amounts. But if it's all like hundreds, I feel like he could probably maybe like come to a rough math conclusion.
Okay.
Right.
Why don't you do an investigation then?
Okay. Fuck, that's a 10. Nat 10. Technically an 8.
You got a lot of adrenaline pumping. You got a lot going through your mind. You're in the dark. I think you're having a hard time guesstimating.
That's fair.
It's all
Now,
there.
how
Assure you
big is this wad? Would you say the diameter of this wad is?
It's like a drum of like a Tommy gun.
Oh,
It's a fuckload
okay.
of cash. Like it's a bundle,
Okay.
and it's all just kind of tied up.
Okay.
It looks like something you could just toss into a suitcase and take off.
And when I did flip through it, did I see like a lot of hundreds?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and close it back up. And I'm going to go walk over to Dick. All right, Dick, let's have a look at that there.
He kind of unveils his shoulder, and his clothes are stained with blood.
Looks like this was your runaway pack. Got a lot of people coming after you, Dick.
I only had about 2 more jobs, and then I was home free. Maybe even wasn't gonna do that much. Fuck it.
You know what, Dick? Maybe someday you'll get another chance. You know, plenty of people just make their way places. Nobody knows them. People disappear. People hunting them have a hard time finding them again.
Yeah, well, I always been a gambler. That's how I got into the predicament in the first place.
It is.
My damn luck. Seems my damn luck never did turn around.
You did all right at cards, but apparently not well enough. And I really am sorry, Dick. So looks like through and through. Not bleeding too profusely, but we'll go ahead and tie this off. And I'll just like use part of his shirt. And be like, you don't mind, right? Uh, and like tie it off, kind of tourniquet, like around the upper part of his shoulder, just to slow the bleeding. Bandage it roughly. All right, so we got to get back to the car. I got some good bandages there, a little bit of something to clean that up for you.
You can tell that all of the adrenaline and all of the motivation and everything that he had on the drive up here and digging the hole and fighting, it's all gone now. He is completely wiped out and he deflated and he's just kind of like walking like a broken horse.
All right, so as we're walking along, how tall is Dick again?
He's 6'1". Oh no, I can't remember if he was the big guy. No, the big guy was the security guard. So yeah, he's about 6'1", maybe 230 pounds.
So when we get back to the barn, because I imagine we're retracing our steps for safety,
250 pounds.
I'll have him sit down. Like, all right, take a load off. How you feeling?
Where's he sitting down?
Somewhere at the barn, I imagine there's something to sit on.
Oh, sure. Okay. So you find an old crate.
Now, I know you don't feel good. I mean, bullet in the shoulder will do that. But you feeling strong enough? You keep walking?
He's kind of huffing and puffing a little bit, but again, still pretty morose. And he goes, "Yeah, I can make it."
Good, good. So I ain't gonna be far, just a few feet away, but I gotta take a leak right quick. And you just keep on sitting there. Keep an eye on you. And I'm gonna go walk behind him.
Okay.
Does he like try and look behind him at all?
How far away are you?
Not real far. Like I said, I was gonna stay close. I'm just taking a piss.
I'm going to roll a perception. He can hear pretty clearly that there's no leakage. And I think at that point he's going to start to turn around.
Hey,
Huh?
gotta give a guy a minute.
Okay, he's going to sit there longer.
So I'll actually take a piss. But he'll be like peering over his shoulder at him.
Okay.
And then like when he's like zipping up, he's gonna go ahead and pull out his knife.
Okay.
And come up to him, like pat him on the left shoulder with his left hand. Lean over, like, all right, let's go. And as he stands up, he's gonna slit his throat.
Fuck. Okay.
Or attempt. That's very like rude to assume. Attempt.
Let's do a contested roll, like a grapple. And I think this guy is going to get disadvantage and you can have advantage because he's doing this one-armed as he tries to pry you off.
Okay.
And he's already pretty exhausted and lost blood.
This is my shittiest stat, I think. Yeah, this is literally my shittiest stat. So I need the advantage. Are you fucking kidding me? The second time that I've rolled 2 dice and rolled up the same fucking numbers. It's 7s, so ultimately 8s.
What did you roll?
2d10.
I'm looking at this now, trying to.
Oh, close quarters combat, second skill, brawn.
Oh, brown. Okay.
Jeez, it's not Albert's night.
Well, I got a 3 and a 2.
Yeah,
This,
so
your
he's
knife,
winning that.
your knife goes up, and the blade goes into his neck like it's just about to slice through, but he suddenly gets an adrenaline burst and grabs you with his one good arm. And then I think he steps back and kind of pushes himself back into you and lands and pins you to the ground. And now maybe we roll another one because he's going to try and pry this knife out of your hands.
This could have been easy, Dick. Is this one just straight?
Yeah, what's the state of your gun? Whatever became of that?
It's in my pants.
Okay. You're going to have a tough time getting to it with him on top of you, I think.
Right. It's only fair. Woo! Nat 1.
Okay.
So 2 technically, but
Okay, he lost this one. I think you can do it. I think you can. He's going to struggle for this, but his hand's going to slip off because he's only working one-handed here, and you tear this knife right through his throat.
okay.
The blood is going to go all over you.
Yeah, you didn't want that, but
It's just like soaking your collar and your upper shoulders and your chest and your neck.
yeah. He's gonna push him off as he gurgles and fucking takes his 30 to 60 some odd seconds of remaining near powerless consciousness. This could have been easy, Dick. And he's gonna stand up, light up a cigarette, and he's gonna sit there until he's good and dead. And just smoke.
Okay. That was gruesome. All right, so I'll jump back to Jimmy Tulip. How he comes to. And you see his eyes. He opens his eyes and his pupils are not there. They're just white. And then his pupils come down like he was in some sort of REM sleep. And he starts looking around, and everything you can see as it's happening, everything starts flooding back as he regains consciousness and he remembers what happened. And then he starts to panic. And he starts shaking violently and like skidding his chair around and writhing and trying to break free of these ropes.
Jimmy's gonna walk over and say, "Hey man, you remember the last time you knocked off the bandage? You almost fucking died. So like, just chill out. Albert's gonna be here soon. It's gonna be fine."
He breaks into a heavy sweat all of a sudden, and his face starts to go flush from its pale, is where what it was before, and his eyes are wide, and he starts thriving more violently, like he's in a state of shock and panic.
I mean, all right, man. I'm not gonna stop you. You're still. This is America. It's a free country. You want to ride and fucking seize? That's your business.
You want to have a seizure? That's your business. Shit.
He kicks his chair backwards, and it hits the ground, and the weight of him just kind of, you hear something snap like wood splinter, and it's kind of hard to see what happened, but you heard it clearly.
I think that Jimmy is gonna walk over there and say, "Hey, man, if you're thinking about this, is probably not gonna go super well."
He's not paying much attention. He's still squirming. You can kind of see that he's able to go side to side more than he was before. It's like your best guess. You're gonna guess that the bracing that held the two sides of the back of this chair together kind of split, and so the sides are able to kind of wobble freely now.
What kind of stuff is in this warehouse?
There are
6
it,
chairs.
6. We established canon 6 chairs. There was an old round table. Why don't you do a perception in the dark of this warehouse?
I'll actually.
What did
I'm
what
gonna
did we
pick up.
what did
I'm
we
gonna
ever?
pick up one of the chairs. Is it like a folding chair?
They're all wooden chairs.
Oh, they're wooden chairs. He's gonna like go over with the chair and sort of like place it so that the legs are like two of them are on either side of his head and two of them are on either side of his torso, but like below his armpits. And he's just gonna sit on that chair and place his feet on this guy.
Okay. So you've pinned this guy down below you, and I think at this point, Albert Weston, this guy's dead.
Wait, what?
Albert Weston, your slit throat man is dead.
Oh, I got you. I'm
Sean?
I was muted. Sorry. But yeah, I didn't figure it would take long for him to bleed out. Probably just long enough for Albert Weston to suck down a single cigarette. Record time. So on his way back to the car, he's just going to leave the body there. Actually, no, he's going to go through his pockets first. Wait, no, we already went through his pockets, didn't we?
Yeah. I think you did.
Yeah, okay, never mind. His pockets are empty. I'm leaving his ass there. And as I make my way back to the car, I will take off my shirt, use what clean parts of it remain to clean myself up. If there is like an old trough that's holding rainwater or whatnot around, I will use that to aid somewhat. If not, then I will just scrub a dub with my shirt and get as much blood off of my face as possible, because that's not suspicious at all.
You don't find any water around.
Okay. So I will scrub as much as I can, and I'll actually like go down and like take some dirt and like dust myself with it to help scrub some more of it away.
I feel like I need to roll for that. Hold on. Oh, I forgot to say high or low. Sorry. I'll say high.
Higgy.
You don't find any water around.
Okay. Then a dirt dusting it is, because it is less suspicious to be dirty than it is to be bloody. And so he'll do as much as he can on his way back. Definitely as bad of an idea as it is on his when he gets there, take some like rubbing alcohol and shit and just clean up a little bit more, as much as he can, to not look like somebody who just slit a guy's throat driving down the road.
Okay.
And he's gonna leave his shirt off, and he's gonna kind of shove it under his seat. And start making his way back.
Okay, give me this last little bit. Give me a high or low.
Yes. Hi. Hi, good.
And now I'm gonna roll a D. I'm gonna do this in the chat. Do it in the rolls chat. 2. Okay.
1d2.
On this long trek back, you do see two patrol officers on this interstate. And give me one. Let me roll another d2. See how many of them are actually like in your lane and could potentially see you. Only one of them is gonna be able to see you. Why don't you roll a driving check? And I'm gonna make it pretty easy, I think.
Okay.
If you get like a crit fail, then
No, I didn't. I rolled a 5, and I think I get -1. Where's driving? Yeah, so 4.
all right. You get back to the warehouse.
I'll walk in with the case, no shirt, very dirty.
Inside, you find Jimmy Tulip, and he's sitting on this guy who's like laying on the floor.
Hey,
Didn't know you were into this kind of thing, Jimmy.
you did a lot of squirming and shit, you know.
Yeah. It's not looking too good. Let me see him.
Jimmy will get up off the chair and pick it up and let Albert see him.
So can I tell if he's in like, because like is he just in like standard shock, or is he in like a neural response shock?
As in like he's conscious of you and sees your hand in front of his face and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like is he just freaking out, or is this like literal medical shock?
It may have been different back when Jimmy decided to put his chair on him, but he's had some time under this chair to kind of process. So I think at this point he's conscious and aware.
Okay. And his what was his name again?
His name.
I'm
is
thinking
Howie.
his name was Howie. Okay, I was thinking it's like Himmy, but that's wrong. I know it starts with an H. Say, hey, Howie. How you doing? Oh, I'll take that out of his mouth. Hey, Howie.
This guy's a psycho. He tried to get me to bleed out.
You know what? I don't. That doesn't sound like Jimmy. Jimmy's a nice guy.
He fucking turns into some sort of crazy man when you leave. You don't know. You how would you have any idea? You guys probably don't even know each other, huh? That's the way it usually goes on these jobs. They stick you
How
together
many
with
years we known each other, Jimmy? You muted, Jimmy.
At least 2 or 3.
Yeah, we know each other. All right, anyway.
I think you should roll a deception for that one.
I said all right. Oh, but that's a D20.
If I recall, Wesley's character introduced you to each other.
Was it? Was that?
Yeah, that's
I thought we had
100% true.
Oh, okay. I thought we all kind of knew each other. Okay, that's fair. Well, that's a 3, and my deception is charisma, so that's a 2.
Okay, let me roll. I'm sorry. What did we roll when we were trying to deceive? And perceive?
Perception as the anti.
He doesn't believe you. He says, no. They don't do that this way, and at least not where I come from. They don't let family and friends work together.
This guy's a real talker. You gotta.
Hey,
you
Jimmy,
gotta
Jimmy, what'd you do with the finger?
Oh, I don't fucking know. I think after he tried to headbutt me and then, was squirming all over the place and kicking like a fucking mule and, trying to convince me to let him go and that you were a psychopath. And, oh, yeah, same song and fucking dance, second time in a row. But, I have no fucking idea where his finger is. And I hope that shit stays gone because fuck that guy.
Jimmy, listen. This guy don't give a fuck about you. He's going to do to you what he's doing to me right now. He don't give a fuck.
Howie,
Jimmy, you got to take him down now. This is your chance, man.
Howie,
We could walk out of this.
Howie, Howie,
Take his fucking gun, Jimmy. Club him. Do something. Hit him with the fucking chair.
Howie. You don't have to worry about my gun right now.
Jimmy
You're
is gonna
talking an
set the
awful
chair
lot.
down and just sit down and kind of like get a very relaxed position.
All right. All right, listen. You guys,
Howie, it's
you's
it's
looking
very
for...
unfortunate that you caused my friend here to lose your finger. Now it's not going to be able to go back on.
You guys want money, right? That's what this is all about. I can get you money. I could get you how much you want. You wanted 20 grand, I could get you 40. 40 grand. Easy.
Where are you going to get 40 grand, Howie?
I know people that owe me favors. They owe me big time.
Who?
Just some guys in the neighborhood, you know. And fucking, I've covered for them. I've
Howie,
kept fucking.
Howie.
Look, little
I'm
here, little
very
there. I could
tired.
wrangle up 40 bucks, 40,000. It'd be easy.
40 bucks. Yeah, I bet you could wrangle up 40 bucks. Sorry, that wasn't in character. I'm sorry. Howie, I'm very tired. Your boss was a very heavy man. I'm very tired.
What? Where is he?
He's enjoying a rural life, a little bit closer to Mexico right now.
Fuck! You killed
But-
him. Oh, I know you
But
killed
Howie,
him.
Howie,
Fuck.
you lost the finger, Howie, or you made him lose
I mean,
the
I
finger.
did
Howie.
tell you, Howie, that it was probably, not going to turn out so good. You know what I mean? Like that's why it's really hurtful that you'd lie about all those things, because I've been very truthful with you. You know what I mean?
What do you guys want? I can get it for you. I've been doing this job for years. I know how to get things. You could use a guy like me
Howie.
on your team. And I have inside information I could get you. I could get you into all sorts of places.
Howie, you know what I want from you, Howie?
Yeah, what?
Have a guess. Have a guess.
You could use my services.
I want you to be quiet, Howie. I don't want to hear your voice. Do you understand? Nod if you understand.
My cousin. My cousin. He was expecting me. He would know something's up if I don't show up. He would.
Howie, I chop off another one of his fingers.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
I shove it in his mouth. I told you I don't want to hear your voice, Howie.
Albert, can we stop playing with your food and go and turn in this money? I'm real fucking tired.
That's fair. I'll just shank him in the head. Bottom of the
Jesus
jaw.
fucking Christ.
Bottom of the jaw up into the brain pan.
All right. Both men are down. You've got what you assume is your money. Are you gonna? You got?
Yeah, I will go and count it.
I'm gonna
like-
say it's
like-
4 in the morning right now, and the sun's gonna be coming up in about an hour and a half.
That's fair.
So
Um,
you guys are probably 40 minutes out of town, out of the city. So yeah, you count this money, and once you
is there...
once you
Sorry.
untie it, it kind of unties into several bundles that were all cinched up together in a ball and in a wheel, and you can lay it all out. You see they're in their little stacks of the same number, and you can very safely guesstimate that it's, maybe even 24 grand.
So, now what Can you remind me what our exact instructions were? It was to get this guy to pay up. He owes
We
20
would be
grand, right?
contacted after a few days, I think is what we were told.
All right.
So you guys jumped to the conclusion that you had a few days to do this. It didn't specify a time. You were just,
Yeah.
it left that open ended and didn't really say. It didn't give just like last time. You didn't tell you how they were going to contact you, when you were going to get paid, any of that kind of stuff. They just left it open ended. So you got to just
But
make
they
a
did
judgment call.
specify 20 grand, right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, that's what they're getting. They're
I
getting.
think Jimmy's an idiot, and you could very easily take all $4,000, and he would never notice.
I think, in a way, I think that is what's going to happen, but it's just until after we deliver the 20 grand, then Jimmy will get his cut. So
I
that
think
Jimmy
that
can't
Albert probably also knows
talk.
that Jimmy is going to spend it on very stupid shit.
Absolutely. But fair's fair as far as it goes. He'll get 2 grand of it.
Oh shit!
And I'll also give you Dick's gun. I
mean,
don't know if you really need it, but
I don't know if you fucking. You think I should have a fucking gun? I feel like I should have a fucking gun, dude. Not dude. He wouldn't say dude. Man.
I had to use mine. You want to be caught without one?
I mean,
If you don't want it,
I'm
you
just
don't
kind
want
of
it.
afraid I'm gonna shoot my fucking dick off. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, don't be a dumbass and stuff it down your pants.
fuck. Now I gotta go buy a fucking holster and shit. Yeah, all right. I'll fucking take it, but
All right. And I'll give him all the extra ammo too. So just whatever he needs to know for that. I remember there was like 20 extra fucking bullets.
Totals 25 rounds.
this is 100% going to go in a drawer somewhere in Jimmy's apartment and never ever see the light of day ever again.
That's fine. It's absolutely fine. But yeah, I am gonna save that 4 grand, that extra 4 grand, until after the 20K is delivered, so that way Jimmy can't slip of the tongue.
Okay.
Which we 100% know would happen.
Yeah.
All right. What are you guys going to do? You've got a dead body out at the barn. You've got a dead body here at the floor.
Oh, the dead body out of the barn's gonna rot right there. The one here, is there a river anywhere nearby?
Let me, just a second. I should just leave this up at all times. Okay. There is... There is a lake nearby. A small lake.
Is there easy access to it from where we are? And relatively unlooked over. Is it like in an urban area? Like
Yeah.
We
more
should just
urban.
fucking stuff him in a fucking crate here in the warehouse.
You'll start
There
stinking.
isn't really
And if
much-
This is a contact point.
Oh,
You got a decent idea, Jimmy. Decent idea. We just need to stick him in a crate outside somewhere.
That's so condescending. Oh, there is a river. I do see a river. Yeah, in an urban area, if you have your bearings correct, maybe you should roll like a book smarts on this.
Oh,
one.
you're using the actual map.
I just don't know
What
enough
ward
about
are we
the.
in?
Huh?
What ward are we in?
Uh,
Or like, which map are we on?
I was just pulling up Google Maps to look at New York.
Oh, you were looking at New York. Okay, I was looking at the Gemini City one. Oh, that's my bad.
I could do Gemini City. I think probably said New York, but I don't care if we want to use his
I'm
Minnesota
good with
map
New
or
York.
whatever.
If you got a map, you got a map. We're good. But
Why don't you roll a
I'm
book
starting
smarts?
to get real fucking tired. Just an FYI.
Oh no, this is we're done here. I'm just trying to tidy up.
Okay.
I want to
book
figure
smarts,
out
that's
how
gonna be a 0, not a crit, just a 0.
you are very confident that there's a 20-minute drive out of your way you can get to a good access to a river with isolation.
All right, yeah, dump. Actually, he's all bloody, and that would put him in my car.
Okay.
Yeah, no, let's just shove him in a crate somewhere nearby, but not inside the building. We'll go with
All
Jimmy's idea mostly.
We'll use your shirt to clean up the blood that's
Yeah.
on the floor of the warehouse too.
Yeah, and toss some dirt on it so it grinds up easier.
Yep.
All right. You guys take your things and shove this guy in a crate somewhere. And I think that's where we're going to call it.
Huzzah.
Sounds like a plan. And now at least we're at a point where we could introduce somebody else if we wanted to.
Totally.
Yeah. I think Don said he was going to try for next week. He was going to try for this week, but they called him into work. So
No worries.